Bit snippy, isn't he?
Yes, that is.
I'm just not terribly funny.
He stands around us, the rest of you are waiting for introductions in turn.
Dahlia.
I'm Roma.
I'm Badger of Makar.
Whereabouts is Makar?
It's its own nation.
He blinks at you.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Whereabouts is it?
It's what is it like southeast?
Yeah, south and east.
Yeah,
Nestled
southeast.
next to the Free Realms, which ain't saying much.
He looks at you, Roma. I could tell by your accent you're Ventorian.
That's right, Novero.
Not familiar. He looks at you, Dahlia. Looks to Falk. And I trust that you're from Haskell as well.
I'm from somewhere much more east. East?
Whereabouts
where
is
we
it?
said.
No, wait, never each. South.
The Dragao Peninsula is near, funnily enough, it's near Makar. South of it.
Still don't know where that is, but I know you guys are far. Good enough.
Very far.
You get a message, Dahlia, from Eva. Next time someone assumes you're from Haskell, don't correct them. No need to complicate this any further.
Alright.
I remember you. He says, looking at Mercer. He just gives him a nod like, yep. I remember you too.
Let's see, sir.
And this here is Lady Aurelia Lasso, the disciple. One of the disciples of the Voice of Valor. Unfamiliar. Aurelia's like, oh. Yay. He looks at Eva and her. I'm afraid I'm not particularly able to give my name. Oh, and why is that? I represent a certain order. She rolls deception. Pew! Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, but there's a chance.
She's already rolled. Never mind.
Yeah,
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I see. That explains a good bit then. Well, you guys all give me your names, let me give you mine. I'm Marshal Rory.
Rory?
Roar.
R-O-R-Y?
Correct.
Yep.
I'm Marshal Rory. And alongside Elder Averin, you can call us the community leads of Bluefield. Might I ask what business... He says, looking at Eva, he still asks the question, but he's aware that there's a non-0% chance of none of your business is the answer.
Yeah.
Might I ask what business brings you out this way?
At the noble lady's behest, we are exploring the countryside. Seeing how the more humble folk away from court live.
I see. Did something happen at the Vestal Grove tournament? He says, looking at Aurelia, that has taken you away from it. She's on the flyer. That's really far south.
Yeah.
I'm afraid something has. But a fair substitute was there. Well, we know. You got this. She's not trained in deception, but you got this. You got the. Yo, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Anyways. He was giving herself that advantage.
Add that to Rory's fucking
list.
Yeah.
You cuts in. I'm afraid unofficial business. I see. Unofficial. Well, happy to show you all around then. Unless, Patrick, you can join me. Yes, sir.
You said Rory has a lot of scars on his face.
Oh yeah.
Sourced from animals or weapons?
Looking at the curvature of them, probably beasts.
I was curious.
Interesting.
All right, Patrick. He like cocks his head, like, yes, sir. All right, up to the fontaine. This here, my friends, is the heart of Bluefield, and from whence it gets its name. You see, the waters of Bluefield are this spectacular cerulean. Is that the right word? Rory gives him a like, yeah, sure.
Very
Cerulean.
blue.
Yes, a quite blue. Crystal clear blue at that. Our forefathers saw this geyser, the spring, and decided to build around it. There's actually underneath this platform here. There is actually other maintenance rooms, I guess, spout rooms, where the original geyser actually stems from. This, though, is a marvel, engineering marvel. He takes you guys up to the I'm gonna keep going. I wanted to call it fontaine, the fountain, and you guys see adorning it are not adorning it, but the features of it are 12. What would probably be out here? Probably stags. I'm thinking stags. Probably stags. 12 stags, which at this current point in time, you see near all but one of them are actually spewing out water from their mouths. Again, very, fountain feature like you'd see in Las Vegas or in Italy or somewhere, right? And behind them, they're all holding with their antlers a large stone bowl that is the center of this fountain. What do we call it? Fountain. Tells the time. Might not have that, and you think that stops us up? Never mind. Not as a water feature, I imagine. Not as a water feature. He points the finger like,
How does it tell the time?
He looks at Rory. he like rubs his chin like, I don't quite know the mechanism itself, but it's something to do with the water level. Out of game, this is an actual real life fountain. You can go visit it in, I think, Portugal. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
It's so gorgeous.
I don't remember what it's called, unfortunately. Cool water fountain.
Portugal. Fountain claw.
Is that Portugal or Spain? Historic.
I have it. Give me a second.
Arcos de Valverdez?
That's the one.
I think so.
Oh, I see.
So out of game, I know how it works. It is based on the water level and sort of like a cup of Socrates, Plato, whichever philosopher it was, where if you poured too much water or alcohol into it, it will empty out the entire container. Basically that, except massive and with miles long spans of water network to get from a waterfall which is not in the compound. They fucking siphon water from miles away to fucking have noble people enjoy cool climates. Crazy, right?
It's Alhambra.
Alhambra. I have a Alhambra near me. So, Rory and Patrick aren't quite clear how it works, but they just say it has something to do with the water levels, which, as time goes on, it will flow, and then it will empty on a regular occurrence, thus being a clock. Yep, there it is, yeah. Yep, there's the fucking water network. It's crazy. Science! History! Bitch.
Hey, that was unnecessary.
It's a reference to Jesse Pinkman.
She's a Bruce Springsteen reference.
Is that a reference? Shut up. And from here, you guys can see he gestures behind the steps that you guys just went up. Yeah, from here you can see the rest of the Vale. And yeah, Bluefield is built on the end of a slope, so to speak. And from here, you guys can see quite a ways away. Not in perfect detail, of course. Not unless you had Eyes of a Falcon, the magic item. But, still quite the grand landscape view. You guys might see Nova in the distance flying somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Just my visual, it's like, what's that speck over there? It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Nova, sort of
Let's
style.
look over here instead.
But aside from that, it is a grand vista.
Can we see anything of note from here?
Roll perception.
Will do.
Wow. You're just asking for anything of note.
Let me think about it to narrow it down.
And, all of you are free to do this if you are so interested.
I guess I am.
Yes, Badger is interested, but more for breaks in the trees where paths not on the map would be.
Okay,
Because he
okay.
does have his what is it? Either Explorer or Wanderer. It's one of those.
I think it's Wanderer.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Wanderer.
Yeah. I already rolled, but is it too late to assist him with that? Because I also have that.
I would say yeah, because you already did your own roll.
Ah, damn it! All right, next time.
I can assist with it if you want.
Oh, perfect.
Dolly's gonna be looking for, I think, individuals, any people out there, and as hard as it may be, she's looking for that wolf. She wants to know if it's out there.
Okay, sure. We're
It followed us this far.
Why not further?
Oh my!
Oh!
I was gonna say it's a hard ass DC, but that tells. Thank you, Dax, for helping us tell the story.
Hard fucking DC.
What is-
20, 30.
What is Jin looking for?
What is Jin looking for? Excuse me. Sure. I think it's the farmers to try and, I guess, go with what he had earlier of trying to figure out why the fuck the plants are like this. Try to see what's different between how they operate. Try and see if there's something that they are quote unquote missing that they don't need to worry about, kind of thing. You know?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Which is
Can Ace
16,
roll?
believe it or not.
Can Ace roll for a scent in the breeze type thing? You never know.
Ooh.
What's he trying to sniff out? I guess. Or is
Uh,
this anything out of the ordinary?
I remember we had a feather from Deathwing, didn't we?
Definitely.
We
You did.
If he's here, I'm gonna be
Agreed.
real worried.
Just saying.
We should be scared, but hey, at least we'll figure out what the Oleander does.
So what are your guys' next characters gonna be?
I have something in mind. I have two things in
I
mind.
already
Yeah,
have an
which
idea.
which queen?
Oh,
Okay. Alright, so let's start at Jin. Looking around at the farmland nearby, it does seem a lot of it is suddenly half-manned. Can't imagine why. Almost like there's some people that came to town
That's
and
fair.
drove his attention. But looking at the farms, this actually, I guess, reveals a bit more civil architecture to you. It does look like all of their farmland draws a similar, but murkier as it goes further out, clear cerulean water that is stemming from the fountain. So, you're gaining more confidence that it is indeed water, and it's the water right behind you. Why? That's still uncertain. Yeah, the manner similar to me and my computer power issues, you've sourced it, you just don't know why it's the source.
What that shit?
I'm also very curious about this.
To Badger on a 25. I have marked as far as your guys' perspective can go, right? Oh my bad. I guess you also spot. There you go. And you guys can't see over here. Yeah, you guys can see over here. So as far as your guys' viewpoint on this vista goes, I have marked breaks in the trees where at some point in time, either historically or by regular reuse, people traverse into the woodland at these neon green points. That might mean just, people chop down a few trees and use them as a quote-unquote, archway, like Bridge of Terabithia style. That's like, hey, there's a path here. Or am I just because, hey, there's a path here? I know because I use it every other day, and I've trampled down the weeds in the woods and the things like that are in the way. So
Yeah,
there are a
that's-
number of inlets into the woodland that aren't a straight up road. They're trails, but not roads. All right, to Dahlia on an unbelievable 30 with a natural 20.
You
it's
look good.
looking at you.
Okay, Fred. I didn't need to be horrified today.
You're welcome.
Ah,
It's still there.
I assume
God.
it's looking at us, or is it?
Yeah, you guys are on front and center stage of Bluefield. It's so easy to look at you guys. This pavilion is the highest point in town. Maybe the only actually no second highest point in town, and the other point is the bell tower of the chapel. So yeah, you guys are pretty high up in terms of visibility. It goes both ways, right? You guys can look around it pretty easily. Everything else can look at you pretty easily.
I think subtly Delia's gonna try and get Hawk's attention.
How
I'm kind of motioning in the direction she's. Ah, damn it!
He's probably dealing with some dog or something. Then he's gonna come back just to deal with some dog or something.
He's probably
Yeah.
talking to other dogs.
We know he is.
Me-
He sent us photo proof of it.
Meanwhile, Carlock has a question for the what was his name? Peter and
Patrick.
Patrick. Sorry, and what was the captain's? The
He's a
marshal's
marshal.
name?
Rory.
Yes, the Marshal Rory.
Yep, he is equivocally a guard captain, but without the investiture in like a civil or legal aspect. Like, there's no court that makes him a captain of the guard, like in a major city. He's just like the guy everyone trusts to lead the militia.
The Marshal. Gotta remember. Got it. Marshal Rory, I have a question.
I might be
The
of assistance, depending.
The waters of the fountain.
He looks at it.
Do you imbibe them? Is it drinkable?
Oh, aye, it's drinkable.
May I have some? Curiosity.
You'll see the basins on the sides of the fountain itself. Wash your hands in them. And then you may sip. There are some ladles on the side as well.
Thank you.
Hops on a stick, really.
Yeah, I would comply with the instruction. Wash my in the basin. Take a little ladle. Have a sip.
It is the crispest water you've ever had. Like, only second to drinking water after running a marathon.
Oh, that's some good ass water.
This is cool water. And yeah, you know, like, you guys are getting more and more north, so the climate is definitely getting cooler, especially because it is like harvest season, autumn time. But this isn't so cold that it rattles your teeth sort of cold, right? It's like just right. It's cool water.
Refreshing.
Cameron, does it feel like it would have, I'm assuming, yes, health benefits?
Roll medicine.
Medicine.
It's hard to tell just based off of taste how that is, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Total
20.
20?
Health benefits, yes, but not in so potent a way that you might be thinking. This is probably going to be one of the freshest sources of water, free of any potential pollutants in the nearby forestry that anyone's going to have access to. Right? So it's not healthy in the sense that it's healing or fixing or doing whatever to you. It's just more of you're not consuming something that's polluted.
Really good as water for your physical baseline health.
Exactly, right? So whereas everything else is a 0, this is a +1.
Yeah.
Or I guess inverse. This is a 0 and everything else is -1. It's probably not that severe, but yeah, something along those lines.
Oh wow! I can honestly say that this is the best water I've ever drank.
You see Roy get a smirk of pride on his face, like, yeah, of course. Of course it is.
No doubt.
I had no doubt.
Even back home, there's nothing like it. It's crisp, it's clear, it's delicious. It's wonderful.
Patrick puffs out his chest. Special water, that is. Blessed, they say. Not by the Clover King, though. That's what Patricia ever said. But blessed by something.
Does the town have ancient lore? Weapons?
Not really. I mean, points at the deer, aside from the pale out.
Strange. Interesting, but strange. Is the
There
You ask
tickles
him?
something in Fred's memory. I don't know what it is.
he
Could ask him.
does, unless Caradoc pops in and is like, ah, it's this thing.
Nope.
No. I mean, the heart is obviously a
The way the heart
dagger
is
deer
twisted.
and a female one. No, I got nothing.
What is the pale heart?
Patrick smiles like, you fell for my trap card!
Oh no, I activated his trap card of wonderful stories.
Well,
I knew
see,
you would ask.
well, you see, friend, there's a local legend around here of a pale heart, you know. Deer. Pale white. These are meant to allure, attract, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of you think about it, there's a lot of different stories to the pale heart. The one I grew up on was that it lives in these woods, free, never hunted, can never be caught, trapped, none of that, and it only drinks from pure places. He points at the fountain, and this was a common spot for it. Now, legend has it that there are other, springs like that out in the woods somewhere, but ain't nobody ever found them. Might just be, word of mouth, rumors, myths, legends, that sort of stuff. But we know at least one. He once again points at the fountain. You might see the pale heart every now and again. Some travelers say they do. Maybe once, twice a year. Yeah. A huntress, a ranger lady, Kai. She said she's seen it once. Says it walked right next to her when she was in the forest east of here. When she was refilling her canteen. Came up, sipped a bit at the one and spat it back out. Yeah, it was a bit anticlimactic story, being honest, but in a way, that's what Kai's a. Don't get me wrong, she's a really terse woman. Not the sort to lie, but that really helped cement it to me.
It's just, I didn't know that deer could spit, honestly. So it's very surprising.
I don't raise yes, so I can't really say on that.
Oh. Fascinating. Only... no, you said the hunter saw.
Yeah. I've heard some legends that it only goes near people that are pure of heart or whatever.
Maybe.
Might want to be careful saying that aloud, Patrick. What? You're right. Shutting up now.
For our own sake, why should he be careful?
They look at each other. Patrick's like not you, but you're like, you do it. You do it. Kai is unwed, not fond of anyone, much less the presence of another. So when people make those remarks near her, toward her, she gets a bit defensive. Not to say that lack of suit is out there. Just saying. Just saying. Patrick. Right. Shutting up.
I suppose that matches with this traditionally.
They tend to be quite fond of nature, solitude, the company of beasts as opposed to man.
We'll talk to her at some points, but maybe we'll also just give her her space.
You'll probably catch her around town now. She hasn't been out in the woods. Well, he thinks for a moment. She seldom goes back in those woods these days. And every time she does, she takes a second.
Has there been trouble?
No.
Insight check that shit. What the
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is there trouble?
Oh, no, you guys don't need a raw insight. You guys don't need a raw insight. He says, no. No. I should probably take you all to Averin. I'm sure he'll be quite keen on meeting you. And the rest of you, get about your business. Come on. The guests, not some traveling show. Give them the respect. Yeah. All right, Marshall. Everyone begins leaving. Patrick's like, should I go? You can stay. Yes. As everyone begins leaving, he waits for a few moments, turns to all of you. There has been. About different things from all the other towns nearby, but I've reached out to them and the marshals, and if I'm being honest, I thought you guys were the answer. But apparently not. Answer to what, Master Boy? It's been weeks now. We sent messengers to Paxville and other cities. No one's ever came out. We figured, busy with the Vestal Grove tournament and such. And quite clearly, you guys aren't here for our troubles.
Maybe we
What?
are, but we know they're not.
What sort of troubles we talking here? Everett said there's something with the water. Not this one. This is pure as can be. But the rivers, the estuary nearby. So there's something tainted with it. Or, he shakes it. No, not tainted, but something's there. Some foulness to it. Not enough to make you sick like it would be if it were tainted, but something. There's a town southwest of here. Carcassonne. They report some findings that we've had ourselves. Beasts torn asunder. Now, they report theirs as being eviscerated, torn through, but no collection around here, though. Kai says they're tampered with. That's why she doesn't go in the forest anymore by herself.
Wise. Under such circumstances.
Weeks ago, I was thinking that this is all rumor, word of mouth. Some travelers that were spooked. Just didn't know any better. Finding specters in the woods. But when Kai reported that in, I knew it was true. And the fact that we haven't seen our messengers come back. So, I'm not here to plead or beg for aid. As I said, you as a guest. Do your rights, your respects. Take shelter here. Enjoy the water. But if I were you, travelers, surveying the countryside, I'd be on my way. Sooner rather than later.
I hear the logic in those words, but it doesn't feel right to try to ignore.
That's because you're Yulonian. And I respect that. But just because you're wearing armor doesn't make you a knight. Just because you wield a blade doesn't mean you're ready to win a war.
True.
We don't know what darkness is out here, but something is here now. All the letters I've been sending to all the marshals confirms it. This might not be a foe bested by blades, but rather by divinity. But don't let this old man take up too much more of your time. If y'all need me, I'll be patrolling around town. Come find
One
me.
more question.
Aye.
The letters you've sent to the other smaller towns, you've had no trouble with those? Only the ones
Aye.
to Pax Relia?
Paxwell and the other major cities. The holds of knights and orders. Maps, you know. Haven't exactly been jumping to find out. Alright. As I said, you all need me, come find me.
Thank you,
Patrick.
Mr. Rory.
Pleasure. Marshall?
Marshall. Does he appear to be an old man? He referred to himself as one.
He's his mid-40s at earliest.
Mm-hmm.
But likely a bit beyond that.
Can I incite his recommendation for us to move along?
Sure.
Let's see, where's it? There we go.
Eva will give you assistance.
All right, let me roll again.
Eva is paranoid of everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes a paranoia doesn't pay off.
So
18. He does seem genuine. How to say this? He's genuine in wanting you guys to leave sooner rather than later. Not because he's like a member of the Death Knights or the Apostles or whatever you want to call them. But just because maybe in some level of under, over, or exact estimation, he doesn't think you guys can really help, so why stay here?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Right? Like, it's not good for him to see bodies. It's not good for you guys to become bodies.
Right.
So, there's an air of selfishness in that, but genuinely, overall, like, good attempt.
Mm-hmm. As the two natives take their leave,
I know, Patrick's there.
oh, he's just sitting around.
He just says, Marshall? Waves Marshall right by. Stays here.
I see.
Just
Either way,
fingers on
I'm
his
just
thighs.
happy to be along for the ride.
he finished his chores for the day. He's just here for fun.
He left his chores for his son to do.
Oh yeah.
Joys of being a parent.
Like a good father.
Delegate, baby, delegate.
Seeing as Alec is back, Dahlia will get Hawk's attention and just motion in the direction she's staring at the wolf.
Oh, Wolf's back.
Yeah,
Wolf's back.
she'll say as much.
Moon's haunted.
Wolf's back.
Oh yeah, I see on the map there.
Yeah.
Have we insight checked the wolf yet?
No.
I don't think you
No,
guys
have
can
not.
at this distance. At this 2-mile distance again.
Can I try, having seen it 3 times now?
No.
Damn.
You guys are left to your own devices as to what the fuck the wolf is and what it wants.
Looking directly at it after pointing it out, not necessarily trying to make eye contact, but just directly staring at it. Does it do anything?
It pulls backwards into the shadow again. For the 3rd time you see me do this trick.
Whoa!
Must be an old dog, because it doesn't have anything new.
Nah.
Next time you see it, don't make it know, or don't let it know it's been seen. Can I motion to Eva and do like a subtle point to my head, like, hey, message me.
What is it?
I haven't seen Giselle in a while. Sorry, I haven't seen Giselle in a while.
Yeah.
Do you think next time that wolf shows up, you can have her follow him? It.
Dot. I haven't seen Giselle in a while either.
Oh.
Oh!
And to be quite frank, I've not attempted to call to her ever since the revelation. It is a tactically sound plan, though.
You
So if need be, I can try.
You don't want her to witness things.
I don't. It's not that. I'm not saying I'm having a crisis of faith. But I just don't know where Giselle stems from. And I don't want any confirmation.
Was it not you that told me I could summon Edelweiss because she is a part of me?
That's different. You called out to advice from familiarity, some connection to your soul. That is true. I wasn't lying. I didn't summon Giselle when I first met her. She found me. And when I asked about it, everyone at the academy gave me the same answer, that she was an extension of the Emperor's blessing. I didn't summon her. She uncovered me. But now, I don't know. Is she from the Emperor? Or do we merely misread the signs?
I think loyal service should be seen as a good thing. No? Has she ever done anything to betray your faith?
No, she hasn't. But neither has Nimble. And yet here we are. I suppose he did lie. This whole time. And who's to say Giselle didn't either?
Giselle is not Nimble.
No, but they are both from the same origin in theory.
In theory.
And both guilty of the same crime. If she were my kindred, then why did she disappear?
Disappear?
Mhm.
That's that in character. Disappear.
I never sent her away. I suppose in a way she is technically AWOL.
She speaks to Giselle, right? Like how Falk speaks to Edelweiss.
She has to be within a certain range, but yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Giselle's actually a familiar. That's right.
Familiar, yeah.
I don't think you could ever get answers from her unless you call her back. And if you don't like what she has to say, do you not have the power to send her away again?
I don't know. If we need her, I will call her. If she can hear me, I will call to her. So you tell me. Should I? Is there a need of it? My emotions aside.
I think there is a need of it.
Very well.
Your emotions aside or not. If you can face your long-lost sister, I think you can face your friend.
Silence.
Mm-hmm.
Giselle is now
And-
within range.
Ooh!
Oh.
I think it's only 100 feet is range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100 feet. Yeah, she's not within 100 feet. She could try to dismiss it and
Resummon
re-summon it.
Yeah. If it would respond to that. If she would respond to that, rather.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll a thing. I only care if it's a natural one. Oof!
Ooh.
Oof!
boy.
Phew! Phew! That was pretty close there.
Holy moly!
Holy moly.
Technically,
She
in
was.
terms of probability, that's no closer to 1 than a nat 20 would be.
But it feels
Technically, yes. She
But
will
emotionally.
banish and then resummon Giselle.
Ooh.
Oh, that was good.
And she looks at her avian kindred with forlorn eyes as Giselle lands on her finger. Aurelia's like, oh! Oh! So where'd you get that? she's like, wow, that's a cool trick. Oh. How cute. And who is this? This is Giselle. She's familiar. She's been with me a while. Oh, très bien. Hello, Giselle. She waves at it. Tweet, tweet.
That's bird for hello. Tell me your secrets.
I'm not a spy.
Spill your guts.
Birds aren't real.
Giselle takes its spot on Eva's left shoulder there. You guys don't know where the wolf is. You guys know where the last location is, so it's your call if you want Giselle to go after it.
I think waiting till it shows up again.
Yeah, I'd
Roger,
say
yeah.
no. Just because with how fast we got over here and now it's over here.
Yeah.
It could be anywhere.
This
It
wolf
can
moves
be.
at narrative speed.
It could be right behind you.
Oh,
Nothing personal.
Spin around.
It's looking at you, Dahlia.
Hush you.
That thing.
I don't need any of this.
that thing. That thingly thing thing. So,
Dahlia shudders and looks at Caradoc in fear.
What's
with
the matter?
your guys' avian drone resummoned. What are your guys' plans?
I have a question for Patrick.
He's still there. He's enjoying a little ladle of water right now. Well, might as well hydrate up while you're here.
Yeah. Oh, you guys should try the water. It's amazing.
You should. The best around. Promise you that.
Patrick.
Yes, sir.
It struck me a little curious. The Marshal mentioned you've had correspondence with the other villages, but not with Pax Relia.
I mean, I'm not. That's martial business.
Right, but my question is not necessarily connected to that, but more, is there something that the towns and villages share in common? Maybe like a festival every so often or some such?
I mean, we all got harvest festivals and things like that, but that's just because we're bumpkin country folk, isn't it?
More like you do together kind of thing.
Not really, no.
Any shared stories that you all have in common?
I mean, the Pale Heart points at the fountain, but I think that's a bit more than just us. No, not really, sir. Not really.
And
There's some like spats between towns sometimes too.
there always is.
Yeah. There's a Lady of the Woods. There's that one too.
Lady of-
Yeah.
Color me curious. Who is
God.
this lady?
I don't know.
What is the story about?
So, I'm guessing you guys. No, I don't know how you guys actually got it. For being honest, you just sort of appeared there. But no, that's all good. There's two rivers near here to Bluefield. There's a town where those rivers meet. Sloane's Crossing. That's where the story takes place, and Sloane is supposedly the name of the woman that crossed. woman of the woods, lady of the woods. Somewhere south of here, probably west of. There's a town in the forest south of here, a place called Whistlewood. Somewhere near Whistlewood, they say, is where she abides. Well, used to abide. She apparently crossed these rivers. That's why it's called Swords Crossing, eh? Trying to remember the story. She wasn't allowed to before, though. There was some enchantment laid upon her by some. Was a lover? Was a sibling?
Both.
I think those two things were pretty distinct, Patrick. I mean, most of the time I'd agree, sir. Most of the time, but all right, never mind then. But anyways, there's some man that laid some enchantment on her that bound her to the isle. So there are two rivers near here. There's another river way south of here, southwest of here, and there's a stretch of land that is obviously betwixt these rivers, and she was stuck there, almost like a island, but not one of sea or ocean or lakes or nothing like that, but of rivers. But with some help from different stories as to who this outsider is, but some outsider, she managed to cross past the water and escape her either. I'm not a bard or anything, so there's probably a lot more cool flower element to the story, but that's how I know it.
With the
I
person
think you got
who
the essentials.
pitched it.
No. Some stories, some variants of the story are like he's like shouting at her, cursing her, she's crossing past the water, but he's unable to stop her. Some say that the outsider best